Alright, back with Madden 10. I'm going to talk about some pursuit angles. I want to show this whole play from the punter, because I'm the punter the whole time, and you'll see I don't do anything really to affect this play other than just what the computer tells me to do, and I kind of get crushed there, and that's the end of it. So, this is going to talk about pursuit angles. This is going to talk about slider sets. Personally, I really do think everybody that makes the sliders does a great job. I know a lot of hard work and trial and error and time goes into making them, but the thing I don't like about them is they don't force EA to be more accountable for their product. They don't force EA to make a better product out of the box, and the sliders are only pertain to offline gaming. So the other thing that scares me would be what if they take the sliders out? And for everybody that says, why would they ever take the sliders out of Madden, would you have ever said they would have taken full replays out? So we're going to show this full punt return, and then we're going to take a look at the guy that eventually makes the tackle and some of the things that he does to get in position to make the tackle. And you can see I'm on none of these players, so I obviously don't manipulate this play myself. And we're going to go up here and we're going to take a look at number 23 for the Carolina Panthers. And we're going to watch, he comes down here and gets chipped and kind of runs full speed through it. That's no big deal. But now as a gunner, he's coming down the field, and he does one thing as a gunner you should never do, and that's he puts more players in between him and the ball carrier than need to be, because his pursuit angle is leading him just to the ball carrier. Not anywhere on the field that he thinks the ball carrier is going to be, just the ball carrier. And if he would kept running on this path, he would have gotten pinned behind number 27 and that other defender. He cuts off at the last second. And as a defender, you never want to run behind other players that can engage you. So here's where you see some similarities to Madden 09. I did a video where two players pursued a player in the exact same angles and turned at the exact same time. And you have it here again in Madden 10 with number 27, number 37. Excuse me, number 23 and number 37. You see they both start to run at the same point. And then you see they both start to cut over at the same point. And then you see they both cut up at the same point, and then you see they both kind of cut back at the same point. So it might be a little easier to see that at speed, but this is something that shouldn't happen. This is static pursuit lanes. This is static pursuit angles. Every player should take a different path to the ball carrier based on his position on the field and the best position to get to the ball carrier. And obviously a player that's 4 or 5 yards back, while the angle might be different, they're not going to be running the exact same path to get to the ball carrier. So anyway, you get up here, and this guy trucks one guy, and that's fine. And then here comes number 23, the guy we've watched the whole time. He'll come in and make the tackle, and then you'll see his friend, number 27, just randomly falls down. But it's just not something I like to see, is, you know, angles being replicated by two players at the same time at different points in the field. It isn't good. You know, these guys aren't running to where the ball carrier is going to be. They're running to where the ball carrier is. And when you get into things like that, you have bad positioning that's just going to happen constantly. And like I said in the beginning, I know sliders can go a long way to alleviate this, to make it better, to make it less obvious maybe. But like I said, sliders only affect one portion of the game, and it doesn't make EA create a better game. EA needs to create a better game out of the box that gives you a better experience when you put in the CD and play it across all their difficulty levels, instead of giving users a toolbox, if you will, because that's what a slider set ultimately is, a toolbox to allow them to modify the game to the point where they can deal with it. Because that's what slider sets do. They allow you to deal with the game more than have it play the way it should. So I know this is a little long video. I appreciate everybody staying through it, and I hope that EA does eventually make a better game instead of allowing its users to dictate how the game runs via sliders and game speed and difficulty.